What's going on YouTube? Jeans here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are bringing you guys one of my favorite restricted Pokemon and one of the best sunsetters for Regulation G. We got ourselves a Groudon team. Now when it comes to Groudon, just like its counterpart Kyogre, its main use is weather control and big time damage. Groudon obviously is rocking the Drought ability and holding the Clear Amulet as item, which is one of the best items for any physical attacking restricted Pokemon within this format. Groudon, straight ground type. For some reason, it's not a fire type. I don't know, still baffles me to this day that it's not ground and fire, but it does have the fire terror type for today's video. It's got PRECIPICE blades, it's got heat crash, it's got helping hand and protect. To pair up with Groudon, we got two Paradox Pokemon and Entei. Now Entei super fast with E-speed and can hit very hard, especially within the sunlight with Sacred Fire. Entei's got Inner Focus and the Assault Vest, rocking Stomping Tantrum and Crunch as its final two moves. Other two Pokemon that pairs up with Groudon going to be Raging Bolt and Fluttermane, both of them with Photosynthesis as their ability, so when they're in the sunlight, one of their stats are going to go crazy. Raging Bolt's great special attacker with Thunderclap, Thunderbolt, Draco Meteor, and Fluttermane with the choice specs has Moonblast, Dazzle Gleam, Shadow Ball, and last but not least, Icy Wind for speed control. Our final two Pokemon going to be Rillaboom and Shenpao. I don't even need to talk about Rillaboom, but Shenpao on the other hand, haven't used this Pokemon in a good bit, and this Pokemon is a physical attacking machine. Swords of Ruin as ability with the Focus Sash, Sucker Punch, Throat Chop, Icicle Crash, Protect. This thing does big time damage. Guys, you want to run the team for yourself? Run the code is at the top right hand corner. And if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's hop into our first match showcasing Groudon in the return of Regulation G. First match coming at you guys, and we are going up against a Miraidon squad. Now Miraidon elite in Regulation G. Luckily they do not have any weather control, so I can leave Groudon perfectly fine here and try to get after it. They also got Farigiraf. They're rocking out with Iron Hands who can fake me out, and then they got what is that? Can't even think of the Pokemon. Volcarona, Ursaluna, and Iron Bundle. Now I'm definitely gonna need Rillaboom here, so I'm gonna lead Groudon with I think maybe either Entei or even Fluttermane. I feel like both of them could be very, very good here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So, and then I'm going to bring in the Rillaboom. And last but not least, I have to have one other Pokemon. So it's either Shenpao. Actually, all of these Pokemon are pretty good. But Shenpao might be the best one. Sucker Punch, Icicle Crash, does a lot of damage. I like it. We also have Throat Chop to deal with Farigiraf. I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. So this is going to be my play here. We're going to bring out the Sunlight right off the rip. If they do end up leading me Miraidon, we're just going to hard swap probably Groudon and take away Terrain. That's going to be a big factor in this matchup. It's going to be Terrain. I like it. Because I think they're going to potentially lead like Farigiraf and Miraidon, or even Miraidon and Iron Hands. If they don't lead Iron Hands, I mean, I could just stay on the field with Groudon and really just start ripping. We'll see though. We'll see, because I might just want to change it to Terrain regardless. Because Terrain's just so OP with Miraidon. But again, we'll see. We'll see how this one plays out. We shall see. But I mean, Miraidon's just a huge threat. We have to keep that Pokemon under control. But I like how they don't have weather control. I think that gives us a shot at winning this match. Fluttermane. It's back in the meta. You're gonna be seeing it a lot. But Miraidon and Farigiraf do pop out here. Obviously, I could take out Terrain. I could stay on the field here as well. Two options here. Which one is my option? That's the real question. Because Farigiraf can get that special defense boost, or actually defense boost with the seeds. And I'm going to set the Drought. Alright. What stat boost am I getting? That's the real question. Is it speed or is it more special attack? It's speed. So Fluttermane's going to be fast on the field. We already know that. I could go into a fire terror type, which isn't terrible. It's not terrible, but I feel like we just launch at Blades here. I feel like we just stay on the field and we launch at Blades. Could go for Fairy Terror here as well. I'm just going to go Dazzle Gleam. No Fairy Terror needed. I'm going to Saber. Terastallization. They definitely want to try to pop a Trick Room. I'm going to stay on the field and just double down. We'll switch Terrain next turn. If we survive, right? If we survive. Because that's where I'm scared at. I'm scared that Miraidon could potentially just drop like a Draco Meteor and absolutely level me. And that could be a big time problem. But I'd rather try to get rid of this Farigiraf though. With Blades and Dazzle Gleam in the sunlight, all that good stuff. We're going to end up seeing a Terror type. Probably from the Miraidon right off the rip. What you got here, Miraidon? What you popping out with? Gonna go into Fairy, which isn't terrible. It's not terrible. Still gonna take some damage here. And Dazzle Gleam is going to launch. So Dazzle Gleam doing decent damage here. Volt Switch gonna pivot out. This might even KO us. Okay, it doesn't KO us. That's big time. So Volt Switch pivots. Good thing we didn't switch. Good thing we didn't switch. Who are you gonna go into from here? Is the real question, because honestly, this Ferrograph's bulky enough to just soak up this this Blades here. And he's gonna go into Ursaluna. So Ursaluna's gonna have to take a shot here. Totally fine by me. Blade's gonna pop out here. Who's dodging it? Ursaluna dodged. Of course Ursaluna dodged it. That's the one thing I hate about Groudon, is it misses Blades all the time. So they do get off Trick Room. And now how do I play this one? I don't want to take away terrain just yet. Could obviously go into another Blades here. I could go into a Fire Heat Crash, but that depends on the weight. Could Protect here and wait to get out Rillaboom, which is bad. And yeah, that's exactly what we'll do here. I'm just gonna Protect you. And Flutter Mane, if you can get off another Dazzling Gleam, that'd be nice, but I doubt you're gonna even get the chance here. Me Helping Hand Hyper Voice, that's not too bad for us. I could bring out Rillaboom here. I kind of want to save Rillaboom for when their Miraidon comes back out here, because I really want to cancel out the terrain. So I don't mind if they go for another one of those right there. I think Shen Pao is just going to be their play. A little bit of Pao ski action here. Especially with the Focus Sash is nice. Then I just launch up Blades and I double down into this Ursaluna slot. Icicle Crash? Actually, Blades might not even KO. I think we just go for Heat Crash here, because Heat Crash should KO there. And Icicle Crash should be able to KO you. Let's do that play. I don't mind if they go for another Helping Hand Hyper Voice. That'd be fine by me. I know you are defense bulked up, +1 for Graph, but again, I think we should be fine. I think we should be fine. We just need to waste out these Trick Room turns. They already used Terra on their Miraidon, which is not bad for us. Not terrible for us. But this match is going to come down to it. This is definitely going to come down to the wire. Definitely going to come down to it. We got some nice damage off. Damage isn't bad right now. We just need to find a way to pick up a KO and get out of this Trick Room situation. I could have went the Rillaboom here. Rillaboom wouldn't have been bad, but it would have forced him to swap into Miraidon, which I could have played that to my advantage. I don't know. Let's see what they end up doing here. Go for Helping Hand. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Helping Hand's going to pop out here. Are you going for Helping Hand Blood Moon, potentially? That'd be rough news. No, you're going to stick with the Hyper Voice, which is fine by me. My Pokemon are going to soak. You do get a crit on my Shen Pao, but I got the Focus Sash regardless. This is a big turn for us. It's a big turn for us. Heat Crash, obviously going to land. Accuracy's not a factor, but we need this Icicle Crash land, because if Icicle Crash can land right here, it should be able to KO. Did you land it? I love you. I love you. It should KO. Doesn't. Oh, dude, that one hurts. But we get rid of Ferrographs, so first turn priority is back into effect, which is good news. Iron Hand's going to pop out here. A Double Protect is definitely our play call, just to bypass the Fake Out. And then we'll kind of just go from there, right? How many turns are left in Trick Room? How many turns are left in Trick Room? 2. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's Double Protect here. Waste out turn Trick Room, then just Sucker Punch the Ursaluna. Yeah, we'll Sucker Punch the Ursaluna next turn. Can't afford the Fake Out KOs, right? You could have Vacuum Wave. I guess we're going to find out right now if you have Vacuum Wave or not. I guess we're going to find out right now. I mean, there's Fake Out. I don't know if you have Vacuum Wave. Not too sure. I'm going to go for another Hyper Voice. Now, the real question is, can Groudon soak up a Hyper Voice without Helping Hand? That's my real question. That is my real question. We don't really need a Sunlight anymore. The Sunlight's not really doing much for us. But I think you can. So I'm just going to try to rock a Blades here. And I'm just going to rock a Sucker Punch into the slot. Look to pick up a KO. He does have Vacuum Wave. They had Vacuum Wave this whole time. That is rough. Groudon, can you soak up a shot here? I feel like you should. Are you going for Drain Punch? You should be able to soak this. Even though he is Quark Drive boosted, we do soak it. That is beautiful. I need you to land this Blades. Both of them. Love you, Groudon. Love you, Groudon, because this is going to take out Ursaluna. Bring Iron Hands low. Trick Room is now gone. They're going to bring out Miraidon. I'm going to get terrain control for the rest of the match. I can now Fake Out. I go for another Blades. So I can Fake Out Miraidon, go for another Blades. Or I can just make sure that, no, we're going to go for Blades here. That's perfect for us. This is perfect, because Miraidon's faster than Rillaboom. His terrain's going to come out here first. He played the terrain so perfectly. So perfectly. More than perfect, right? Miraidon Quark Drive? Yep, we're had run engine. Gonna come out here, and then we're just gonna hop on top of that and say, yeah, dude, that's over with. That is over with. Bye-bye, Grassy Surge. So I feel like the one way we lose this, and fingers crossed, is if I miss my blades right here. If I miss my blades right here, it's the only way we lose this match. Because I'm gonna go for blades. I just need to hit the Iron Hands, and I'm just gonna fake out you. The only way we lose this match is if we miss this blades. And I have an odd feeling we're gonna miss it. We play this one so well, and if I lose to RNG, I'm gonna be so upset. Because this is a great first match. This is a great first match for the recording. A great first match. Fake out's gonna pop out here. Miraidon's gonna flinch. Blades is missing who? I shouldn't even have said anything. I realistically, I shouldn't have said a word. I shouldn't even have said a word. I shouldn't have said a word. I don't think Heat Crash was KOing, so I don't want to hear you guys in the comments like, Gene, you probably should have used Heat Crash. I don't think Heat Crash was KOing. We had no sunlight. It's not a stab move. Oh my god, that's so ugly. Can Woodhammer KO? I still have Water Terror, but that's just not good for us. Grass Terror is our best bet right now. Grass Terror is our best thing. So I'm going to rip up into this. Dazzle Gleam is going to launch here. How much damage does Dazzle Gleam do? A lot. A lot of damage. Woodhammer's going to launch here. We're going to take Mean Recoil. We're going to KO the Miraidon, but at the same time, we're going to die out here. This is a rough match to lose. A real rough match to lose. A real rough match to lose. Because on top of that, too, if we landed the blades in the Miraidon, I could probably just Grassy Guy KO it and then outspeed his Iron Hands and hit it with a Woodhammer. It is what it is. RNG totally blowing that match. Not one blades miss, but two. But two when we needed it most. We're 0-1. So guys, last match, we lost to RNG. We played that one so well. What a first match. But we're hopping into our second match and no restricted Pokemon, but going up against Dondozo and Tatsugiri. Now, I definitely want to bring in Groudon, get the sunlight going, and I also want to lead it potentially with like Raging Bolt or even Flutter Mane again. I feel like that could be really good. I mean, they got Sneasler, they do have Volcarona, they got Dondozo, they got Archaludon, Tatsugiri, Dondozo. I mean, Flutter Mane's not bad. Let's go Flutter Mane. Let's go Fluts. So we'll get Flutter Mane in here. I will bring Shenpao, and I will end up bringing... I could honestly just go Entei. I mean, Entei is not bad. You know what? We're going to go Entei over Raging Bolt. Are we? No, we're not. We're not doing that. We can't do that. We need Raging Bolt here. Raging Bolt's just such a good Pokemon. Yeah, that's what we're going to do here. That is what we're going to do here. So no Rillaboom. We don't really need terrain control here. Rillaboom wouldn't be too bad up against like Dondozo and having the terrain, but at the same time, Raging Bolt's going to be very powerful within the sunlight. It kind of sucks that we lost that first match. I'm super upset at that, considering we played so well. We were able to outbulk shots. We played the terrain perfectly, waited for the right time to get out Rillaboom, and then we double miss the blades. And I even said it. I said the only way we win this one is if we miss our blades. And what do? We missed the blades. We missed the blades. I shouldn't even have spoken. I should have just kept playing. My RNG was fine. We could have just went from there. But now it's going to pop Sneasler and Archaludon here. They could have Fake Out. There's a chance at that. I mean, we're definitely going to go into Blades. Even though, like, Blades misses a lot. I mean, I'm still going to rip up into it. I'm still going to rip up into it with Blades. So I'm going to go Blades here. I'm also going to throw in a nice little Fairy Terra Dazzle Gleam. Like, do as much damage as I possibly can. You could go for, obviously, like a Dire Claw, but we should be faster than you right now. Just because of Photosynthesis Speed Boost. So if I get off one Dazzle Gleam before I die, I'm going to be happy with that, because the damage is so absurd with the choice specs and the Fairy Terra. It's just a lot of damage going on here. He ends up just protecting Archaludon. No big deal, no problem. And Dazzle Gleam is going to launch. So if Sneasler's not Focus Sash, which it probably is, right? It's just going to die out here. But let's see. What you got here, Sneezy? Actually, never mind. I totally forget it's Poison type sometimes. But Dire Claw is going to KO us. That's fine. I don't mind that too much. Probably didn't need to use our Terror type, but the Protect on the Archaludon was actually pretty big. I would have loved to just pop up some damage with that. When we do that, Blades, can you KO the Sneasler, please and thank you? Do me a solid. Thank you. Sneasler is gone. So we take out Sneasler, we lose our Flutter Mane. No big deal. I mean, I could just bring out Raging Bolt here and throw a Draco Meteor into that slot if I want to. Do I do that, or do I just go into Shen Pao here? Just boost attack. I'm going to go into Shen Pao. I'll save my Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt could be very clutch late game, especially if they do have Dondozo, which there is a chance at that. There is definitely a chance at that. And now comes Whimsicott. So Tailwind could fly here. I mean, you're not going to do any crazy damage to me. I mean, I got Focus Sash with Shen Pao, which is good. So I'm just going to go into Blades, and I might just double down into this slot. Because what are you going to do? Outspeed me? You got a Terrasilize, right? You have to Terrasilize. I'm going to double down in this slot. He doesn't Terrasilize, so he goes for Tailwind. I think you're just going to go for Flash Cannon into Shen Pao. Is that correct? Yep, I got Focus Sash. No problem with that. I'm fine with that. And out is going to come in Ice Crash. How much damage is Ice Crash doing? Am I missing this? Come on now. Come on now. Blades at least double connecting. How much damage are we doing into this Archaludon? We're bringing it down to 1. You're sturdy, aren't you? You're sturdy, aren't you? Yeah, of course. Of course you're sturdy. Of course you're sturdy. But from here, Heat Crash can be our play, and I'm also just going to throw a Sucker Punch. I could protect, maybe waste out a Tailwind turn, and then Sucker Punch. So there is a chance that the Archaludon protects here as well. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to Heat Crash, get rid of the Whimsicott. Just protect the Shen Pao at this point. And I'll Sucker Punch next turn. I shall Sucker Punch next turn. Fake Tears. You go for Fake Tears. I got Clear Amulet, baby. Are you doubling down into the slot? Oh, wow. We should have just Sucker Punched him. We should have just Sucker Punched him. Special attack going to drop harshly. Heat Crash going to launch here. It's going to KO you. They got one Pokemon left. I should have just Sucker Punched them. That could have been a really good turn if I just Sucker Punched them. Would have been a perfect turn. Would have been a perfect turn. Tailwind's still here. They're going to send out their final Pokemon, which is going to be Volcarona. Volcarona's a little annoying. I'm still just going to launch a Heat Crash here. And I'll go for Sucker Punch on top of that. It seems like they're not protecting, especially within Tailwind. Yep, there we go. Sucker Punch, KOing you. Volcarona most likely going for a Heat Wave. So then this turns into like a 1v1 situation, which I don't mind the matchup. Unless Groudon soaks. And actually, I get a little bit of RNG action back in my side. So my Shen Pao dodges it. He's live. I was going to say it was probably going to be a 1v1 with Raging Bolt versus Volcarona. And honestly, I think my Raging Bolt would have just won this one, no problem. Would have won this one, no problem. So they should have one turn left in Tailwind. And I think from here, with one turn left in Tailwind, we could go for like a double first turn priority move. But just in case they go for like a Quiver Dance or something, I should launch a Thunderbolt and a Sucker Punch. Cool. Alright. Sucker Punch does that much damage. Heat Wave's going to fly here. My Raging Bolt's going to soak, no problem. Actually, that wasn't no problem. That actually did great damage. Why did it do so much? It was a crit. I was going to say, it's not very effective, but it did so much damage. Luckily, we got Thunderbolt flying out here. And that's going to be game, set, match. So game number 2 going to us. We bounce back. We finally grab ourselves a victory. We're sitting 1-1. Let's go grab ourselves a winning record in our third and final match. So, guys, your boy is sitting 1-1. We should be 2-0. We should be 2-0. But we're looking for a winning record still going up against Terry the Terrapghost. Nice little Terrapghost team. Very strong Pokemon. And it looks like they're trying to set this Pokemon up with screens with Grimmsnarl, which is always a scary little sign here. I could honestly just go into Shen Pao and Groudon and look to just get off some big time damage. Or I could go into like Entei and Groudon. I'm going to go Shen Pao Groudon. Shen Pao Groudon right off the rip here. I like it. Just some big-time physical attackers next to each other. We will bring Entei in the back end. And last but not least, something to kind of deal with this Terrapghost. But we don't, honestly, Terrapghost is a big-time threat. Could you go into Flutter Mane? I mean, you can't go wrong with Flutter Mane. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. A little bit of Flutter Mane action. A little bit of Flutter Mane action, especially very fast in the sun. They can take away weather control with Terrapghost Terrasilizing, so that is also scary. But for our lead, we don't need weather, so if they want to take it away right off the rip, so be it. We're just going to attack, try to get after it. But they're going to set up a Reflect. We already know what they're doing. We already know Reflect's going to come out here. We already know it's going to be Calm Mind. And no, it's going to be Incineroar instead. So Incineroar's going to fly out here. Intimidate's going to affect us a tad bit here. A tad bit, halfway, because Shen Pao is going to take some damage from that. And yeah, I mean, they could fake out the Groudon, which I think they're going to do here. And from here, I might just swap into Flutter Mane. Get my attack stat back. I could. Or I could just stay on the field and just use it to my advantage. And I think that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to do that and then go for Blades on top of that. So Blades, Iso Crash. He's going to fake out the Groudon. So be it. That's fine. And I wonder if you're going to set up to Reflect. Yep, there it is. So Reflect's out and about. Shenpao -1. Could just go for a Flare Blitz here. There is that chance. Next turn, I should say. And I think... Oh, we do get off of... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say we do get off of Flinch, but that was just my Pokemon. I think I should just swap my Shenpao here, because there is a chance you do go for Flare Blitz, so going into like Entei here is probably our play. And we could just follow through with Blades and have Shenpao for later. They could also go for like a parting shot here, but again, I think they just go for Flare Blitz. I think Flare Blitz is their call. So we're going to swap in Entei here, have this Pokemon on the field. No, they just end up hard swapping. So they hard swap maybe into Terapagos. Try to get that Pokemon set up. No, it's going to be the Rillaboom. The Rillaboom out here on the field. So Rillaboom can also fake us out. Probably going to fake out the Groudon next turn. Again, so be it, whatever. And Blade's going to fly through here and do respectable damage into the Grimmsnarl. Foul Play launches. That also does respectable damage. And I get back a little bit of HP. Just a tad bit of HP. Everybody gets back a tad bit of HP. So now I got Entei on the field. I could just go for a Sacred Fire into this slot, but there is a chance that you swap back into... There's a chance that you do swap back into what's called Incineroar, so I'm just going to launch Blades and just keep everything going. Yeah, and you are going to do that. That's fine. That's fine by me. I got Inner Focus on one, I got Clear Amulet on the other. That's fine. So you can swap right back into Incineroar. Be my guest. Be my guest. Be my guest, because I got this Blades launching. I got Blades launching. Parting Shots can come out here. Parting Shot. Oh, this thing's just... Dude, you guys are just dropping my attack stat. You guys are just constantly going after that. So my attack stat's now dropped. And is Terapagos gonna come out here? Or are you bringing back out Rillaboom? What is going on here? I feel like Rillaboom might come back out here. No, it's finally the Terapagos. Terra Shift. Can I land a Blaze in there just to get rid of its Terra Shell? That'd be very nice. Sacred Fire is gonna launch here, do -6 damage. And Blades... Come on, please. Like, what's going on here? Oh, wait. We land it. It's just going to be Terra Shelled? Alright, good. I was going to say, are we missing this again? That would have been upsetting. So, Blade's doing decent damage into Incineroar. They can fake me out again if they want to. They're going to bury up. And I feel like they got to go for a fake out into Calm Mind. I feel like they just have to. So, at this point, I'm still going to stay here. And I'm going to launch a Sacred Fire into Terapagos. Just because I really want the damage to be high. And I'm just going to keep launching Blades. Or I could go into a Heat Crash, but I feel like we have to get off some damage onto Incineroar. That's a fine turn. We're just going to end up protecting. He's going to go back up to full HP. He's just going to fake out my Groudon. Yep. They're just playing so annoying. Like, this is Regulation G. This is Regulation G. Just Incineroar City, baby. But they're playing really well, though. They're playing really well. So we're sitting here. Do they get Terra Shell back at full HP? That'd be very upsetting news. That'd be very upsetting news. But I'm just going to launch another Sacred Fire. I'm going to go for another Blades. There's a chance you swap into Rillaboom here again. I'm just trying to do some damage onto the Terapagos. Because the thing is, like, we can't let Terapagos get out of hand. It's really just such a big threat. But they still have Reflect up, which is such a pain. Reflect just helping them out tremendously. Like, Incineroar would have died out to that first Blades without Reflect. That's why, like, a Terapagos team is so strong. Because Terapagos is already bulky enough as is. Put it behind screens and let it set up. It's night-night. It's night-night. I did showcase Terapagos, so if you guys want to check that out, I have a great team for it. And we did exactly what they're doing here. Just set it up behind screens, Calm Mind boost, and just wipe out our opponent. But I do think they swap back into Rillaboom. I was going to make the read, but I don't think there's a point. I think double down Terapagos is definitely a play. And they're going to send out Rillaboom here. So Rillaboom back out and about. Sacred Fire. Are we missing this? No, you get Terra Shell again. So you do get Terra Shell back at full HP, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. You should only get that once. That is so OP. Blaze is going to launch here and do about -6 into Terapagos. And he's just going to launch Terra Starstorm into my Groudon, which I soak. That's good news. So I end up soaking that. Harsh Sunlight does fade. I think it's a good time for us to swap our Groudon. And maybe just I do a double swap. I might just do a double swap here. I might just do a double swap. Ah, they might swap into Incineroar. That's pain. We're gonna stay on the field here. I try to do that because I could also see what's it called coming out here. A Grassy Glide. That makes me want to go into you. They got me pretty much locked up right here. They got me in a weird position. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I want to swap my what's it called. I want to stay on the field with you. I want to swap my Groudon. I want to swap my Groudon into. I guess into you. Now, you know, we'll go into you. Just in case there's a swap here into Incineroar. Alright. Yeah, this is what's tough about Terapagos team. They just lock you up. And they do withdraw back into Incineroar. I was hoping that they wouldn't. So, there comes Incineroar. They can't fake me out next turn. Actually, no, it's Grimmsnarl. That's fine. And he protects Terapagos here. So, this actually isn't a bad turn for us. This is not a bad turn for us at all. Sacred Fire launch. Just give me a crit. Nope. Might want to swap our Entei here. We do get a burn, however. Not bad. Not bad. And is Reflect almost over? Is the real question. Because I could swap back into Sunlight if I want to and just start spamming Dazzling Gleam. But they're probably going to set up a late stream, which is a little tough on our end. A little tough. I do want to swap. I'm gonna bring out the weather. I'm going to bring out the weather here. Bring out the weather, and we're not going to Terrasilize just because Terapagos is on the field. I'm just going to go into a Dazzling Gleam. I think they do set up light screen, just have Grimmsnarl die out here. Man, this is so annoying to play up against. Grimmsnarl, Rillaboom, and Incineroar? It's just a lot. It's a lot. Fake outs, intimidates, parting shots, and then swaps, fake outs, parting shots, intimidates, all that again. It's just like, come on, yo, you gotta chill out. So out comes Groudon. Back with 37 HP. We get back out the Sunlight, which is good news for us. We both still haven't Terrasilized yet. Light Screen does fly here. I think we still KO the Grimmsnarl, which is great news. And I don't know if they're going to start setting up Calm Minds here yet. I'm not too sure. Respectable damage into the Terapagos. And you going for another Terra Starstorm? Nope, there's a Calm Mind boost. So Calm Mind boost flying. I really do believe that they go into Terra type here now. And they go for Terra Starstorm. So Terrasilizing, definitely not our call. They could go back into Incineroar or Rillaboom and just fake out the Groudon slot. Which at that point I would just protect Groudon. Let's see. Incineroar. Nope, Rillaboom. Rillaboom comes out here. And yeah, this does not look good. This is not looking good for your boy. Actually, just going to go for a Helping Hand before we go out here. And just go for Dazzling Gleam. Obviously, I could have protected, but I'd rather just go for Helping Hand and not waste out a turn because they're just going to spam Grassy Glide till probably Groudon dies out here, right? I think that's got to be the play. No, he just goes for Fake Out instead. That's fine. Fake Out pops here. He doesn't Terrasilize. Dazzling Gleam doing decent damage. A crit there would have been awesome. Earth Power's going to fly here. So I'm surprised they haven't Terrasilized yet. Special Defense does drop. That really sucks. Really surprised they haven't Terrasilized. And I think, again, just going for Helping Hand into Dazzling Gleam. Gotta be your play again. Really surprised they haven't Terrasilized. And they're just getting back so much HP. It's absurd. It is absurd. Reflects gone finally. We'll do the same thing that we did last time. And just play it slow. We just gotta play it slow. We got rid of the Grimmsnarl already. We still have our Shenpao in the back end, which is great news. Let's see what they do here. Let's see what they're going to do here. Grassy Glide is going to launch. Can we soak this? We do. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Dazzling Gleam going to launch here. Is going to deal some nice damage. And he's going to go for Terra Starstorm to KO Groudon. So Groudon, gone. It's fine. That is fine. That is fine. Dazzling Gleam getting work done. And I get back a little bit of HP, even though he's just going to Grassy Glide me again. Alright, so we got a lot of Pokemon super low. Honestly, I think a Sucker Punch can KO either of these Pokemon, right? But who do I send it into? Probably Rillaboom, right? Still got Entei too. But I think we send this into Rillaboom. They might swap into Incineroar here. They might swap it to Incineroar. I think we just play that, though. If you swap it to Incineroar, that means we still get off a Dazzling Gleam. And I'll take that all day. If you swap it to Incineroar, we still get off a Dazzling Gleam. I'll do that all day. I'll take that all day. But we'll end up seeing a Terra type out here. Gonna be into the Terrapagos. Oh no, Rillaboom's gonna take the Terra type. He's going fire. I mean, we're still sucker punching this thing. I wonder what he's doing with the fire Terra here. Kinda curious to see. He's gonna protect the Terrapagos. Fine by me, you get back a little bit of HP. At the same time, sucker punch launching. That's gonna KO. Beautiful. Beautiful. Get it on out of here. We get a crit. We get a crit. Beautiful. Get on out of here. We get rid of Rillaboom. We get rid of their Terror type. Very important here. Dazzling Gleam going to get blocked. And now they're forced to bring out Incineroar and Fake Out. That's fine by me. That's fine by me. That is fine by me. Alright. Come on, man. This is a solid match right here. It's just very annoying playing up against these guys. They were playing really good early, but we're kind of finding a little hole in the system here. So attack going to drop on the Shenpao. We still have our other Pokemon in the back end with what's his name? Entei. I do have Ghost Terror type, which I am going to send here. And I am going to launch an Icicle Crash here alongside with a Dazzling Gleam. Just go straight Ghost Terror. I know I'm -1, but the damage here would be astronomical. Especially because I think Icicle Crash, combination of Icicle Crash and Dazzling Gleam, should be enough to KO this Terrapagos. I hope so, right? I hope so. And they don't even go for the Fake Out. They're just straight up attacking. So there's that. Icicle Crash going to connect. And it does pick up the KO. Beautiful. We're pretty much going to win this match now because all I have is my Entei could 1v1 this Incineroar all day. Knockoff's going to fly. We got Focus Sash still. That's what's so good about Focus Sash. Like, you can use Knockoff on it, and the Focus Sash will not get knocked off until it's used, which is so big. But there you go, guys. Great set of matches today. This was honestly, like, the best recording session that I had versing Regulation G teams because all of them have been pretty much just, like, spam and just quick matches. But yeah, this one has been pretty good. So, GG's to our opponent here. We can just launch another Dazzling Gleam. We go for Icicle Crash, and they cancel the match. So we go 2-1 for today's video. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Groudon in the return of Regulation G. Such a fun Pokemon, such a strong Pokemon. But as you guys seen in match number 1, RNG can get a little iffy with its PRECIPICE blades. But pairing up Groudon with any Paradox Pokemon really makes them super, super strong due to their photosynthesis ability, as you guys seen with Raging Bull and Fluttermane today. We also had Entei, we had Rillaboom, and first time showcasing Shenpao in the return of Regulation G. Such a strong Pokemon, very, very fast with great moves. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy the content, don't forget to smash that like button for me. And if you're new here, click that big red subscribe button so you know when all of my videos go live. Seriously, you guys rock out. Make sure you spread some positivity today, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.